with Almond to put Trusted Seed on conference, but if something better is there, just share it with me before I finish the writing of that section. And I will pass it to Serbi.
Thank you. A couple of things going on. So tomorrow, Meet the Makers is scheduled. So I was just filling in for Nicola. So some prep was going on for that. Besides that, I was just helping Jake and Griff with one of the partnership deck. That work is already done. I was also involved and quite busy with the outreach efforts. So that's pretty much done as well. Now, intention for this call, I just want some clarity whether we want to move ahead with the impact report, because after the stewards call yesterday, I've been thinking whether it is the right time to really focus on this effort, because every single month there is going to be quite a lot of, it will be very intense work on content as well as design side to really make this happen. And should we do this or not? Because it will definitely not bring immediate revenue, right? Or should we pick this up after February when we are better off financially? So that's something I would like to have clarity on. So yeah, I would like to pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, of course. I'm here to chime in on the topic that Serbi just brought up. And of course, just see where we are at with the other things from comms and marketing relating to the DAP working group. So that's it. And who else we got here? Did Ahmad go? I'll put you on the spot.
No, not yet. So I think the main thing this week is getting the monthly newsletter out. That's like the number one thing. And honestly, I think that's it. I don't have a ton of other things I'm doing this week for comms. And I'll pass it to Anna Maria.
Anna Maria already went, but we can pass it to Ashley.
Oh shoot, Ashley. Okay.
No worries. Thanks, Ahmad. I guess for comm stuff, I've just been trying to create, organize content to give over to hand off for the different social media campaigns. I think the ones that I've done so far, I got news that they are completed, so I want to work to provide some more content. I've got it lined up. I just need to make the issues. And then I added an agenda item here just to maybe create some sort of strategy around while we're in Istanbul and collecting content for some behind the scenes type stuff. I think that Giveth taking over a hotel in Istanbul is kind of big news, and we could really create some great behind the scenes at Giveth kind of content out of this. So what's our strategy there? How do we go about collecting all the different things, and what types of pieces do we want to create? What else for comms? I think that's really the biggest two things on my plate for comms right now, that I can think of. And I mean, also other than streaming and challenges, I think just the QF round being such a huge thing just really kind of put a damper on some of the scheduling and the timeliness of getting some things out, but that's over now, so shouldn't be a challenge moving forward. And any other relevant info, I don't think I have anything else. And who do we got? I will pass it to Maye.
Thanks, Ash. Basically, I am here because I want to understand what's the strategy of comms. How does the working group actually works, and what are their visions, so that I can be of real support whenever that is needed. And the challenges is that everything's still very new to me, so I'm still learning a lot. But it's going smoothly, and I'm happy to be here. I don't think anybody else is missing, so back to you.
Thanks, Maya. Yeah, perfect. So Lauren sent me a vote with the updates, with her updates on the agenda. She will not be able to be here. So I already added that so we can discuss. And just a quick announcement. Maybe you already saw Mitch's message on the comms channel regarding the DAP call being cancelled, and then just maybe use this time to really do the work and focus and move forward with the things that that are related with the DAP working group. So for you to make sure if you have any questions regarding the DAP and comms, you can just reach out to Mitch and ask him directly. He will be sharing the updates on Discord. I don't know if Mitch, you have something else to add about that, or we're cool to move forward. Okay, cool. I'll take that as we can move forward. Perfect. So I added here the Giveth metrics. Matt, I don't know if you have time to update. If not, no worries. We can just review the next week. Just wondering, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, usually I update them at the end of the month. So I would do it like November 1st, you know.
Excellent. Perfect. Cool. So the October newsletter, this is something that Ana Maria and Amat mentioned in their stand-up. So I added a couple of items for this month newsletter. So we have the OPQF round. So it would be nice to share some stats. Lauren told me that the civil analysis is not done yet, so we don't have the final results. But I think that we already have the final amount donated, the amount of projects. So I think that we can just add a quick overview on the results. Then I don't know, when are you planning to send this? If we will have time to add something regarding Octant Epoch 1 that ends on November 2nd. So if we want to include this, we should then try to send this as soon as possible. Include, of course, this huge tweet that Lauren made that tells the story of Giveth and optimism. That would be important too. The Wallet Connect update that was announced this week. Also the Ethereum Classic integration. I don't know if we will have time to add the Meet the Makers event because this will be happening tomorrow, so I'm not sure. Then wondering if we will add anything regarding the impact report on the newsletter. And then the project spotlight could be the unconference of Trusted Seed. And then maybe ask Lauren, which was a project that raised more funds on the Optimism QF round. That could be nice to feature as well. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear what Emma of these, and if someone else has some other item that we should add to the newsletter, also interested in hearing.
Yeah, so I think, we could even send it by today if we just finalize all this stuff. I think we're almost done. I guess a couple of things. For the future project, I think Ashley was saying that maybe we should highlight Bloom Network. And maybe we'll do that. But we could mention Unconference too if we need to. And then the other thing is for the impact info. Is that ready? The infographic?
Yes. So I can send that to you by tomorrow. When is the newsletter supposed to go?
It's up to us, but I think we want to get it out soon just because we have some things that are time sensitive, like Octant and...
Got it.
We usually want to send it at the end of the month, so... if you don't have time to share it, it's fine.
No,
we don't need to include it this time.
I'll share it with you by tomorrow first half.
Perfect. Okay, so Ashley suggests Bloom Network, which I think is great to have Ashley's feedback on this. Anything else? And Maria, do you have any other questions? I know that you were asking some things regarding the newsletter, just checking that we're all cool.
This was the main one, like the feature project. For the verified projects, I usually go to the channel that Ashley directed me to and check which project got recently verified and include them. We have like in total, I think 20. So I choose, I think 8 or 9 of them because 20, I think is too much to add to the newsletter in general. But I don't know what do you guys think. Should we include all of them? Because we can do that also. But I just think it would be too much to read in a form of a newsletter.
Yeah. I mean, also after a certain length, the newsletter does, I mean, like, it like won't appear full, especially on like some inboxes. I mean, like it won't show the whole thing. So we don't want to make it too long. I think just having, like keeping it to a lower number is fine. And then we could link to the full thread.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that it would be too long. Cool. So I think that we are all set with this month newsletter. Maybe it would be a good idea for you to guide some inviting people to subscribe. I think that we don't really promote that a lot. So I will just we should definitely promote it more. Okay, cool. So on the RetroPGF paid campaign, Lauren was wondering the updates behind this on the voice note that she sent it to me. So just to align and share with the team, Ahmad was recommending to execute the campaign around November 6th. That would actually voting period. So to be more strategic on the window in which we will be running this campaign. So I think that we all agree that that would be the best thing. And then the content also is already done. That's something that we can start reviewing and see if it's okay or if we should optimize it to perform better. So those are the updates. I think that we will already be in Istanbul when these happen. So maybe, Ahmad, we will run this campaign together. Who knows? So does someone have any other things on this, or do we feel clear about the next steps? Cool. This is very exciting, this paid campaign. And then also regarding optimism and QF, so Lauren told me again that the civil analysis, they haven't shared that yet. So we will wait for the follow-up communications that will require to send some emails announcing to the projects that their funds are ready to be claimed, and also some social media content regarding the results of the donations, number of donors, etc. So that is on hold too until we will receive the civil analysis. And then on the donors outreach effort that Surabhi mentioned on her stand-up, I saw that the wallet addresses that Elgin asked for are already added here. So that's great. And that you already feel the information that you had, I guess, cross-posting in other databases. Anything else regarding this, Surabhi, that you want to mention?
Yeah, so LG mentioned that she's working with Lauren on some octant higher priority tasks, so she will actually do it after that round is over. But yeah, I have filled in the details that she requires.
I think that because you're in your cell phone, your audio is not really clear, but I think that I understood everything that you said.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Elgin will just prioritize, completing task after she's done with the octant reach out. So she's just working on that first. But
So this is now an Elgin effort, no? That's what you're. Elgin will make sure to complete this. Perfect. Cool. And then just for everyone to be aligned on this effort, this spreadsheet is an effort that Lauren suggested to have, and basically was gathering all the other databases with the Giveth donors into one, so we can do outreach efforts easier with the Giveth donors. So that's the objective of this spreadsheet. On the Epoch One campaign, all the content is already scheduled, so and also that this was a Lauren input, we don't need to do much at this point. Just keep communicating. Maybe if you can, from your own Twitter accounts, to quote or share or retweet these Epoch support from Giveth will be great. But I think that at this point is more on the fundraising court for them to do outreach. And then on the Gitcoin round 19, we talked a little bit about this last week. So this would be the round starting on November 15th to 29th. Lauren also updated me on this, and Kotave too, that Bridges will be taking on this. So Lauren will be empowering Bridges for her to update our listing. And then when our listing is updated, then we can start creating the content around it, and also, as usual, write some tweets of the Giveth Galaxy projects and Giveth friends, and the usual. So if you want to maybe support Breaches on these, maybe Mitch or Ahmad or Ashley that have more experience with Giveth, then I think that would be good. But well, the news is that Breaches will be taking on this. And that maybe we will need to see support for joining all the Twitter spaces, as we will be on Istanbul. Any thoughts on this, or we can just move forward? Cool. This will be a quick call. Polygon QF round, November 6th. The Polygon team will be opening the marketing for the round to onboard the 100 projects from Polygon. So Lauren will be confirming on this, so we can create some emails regarding these Polygon rounds starting. So that will be happening next week. Again, maybe we will be in Istanbul. And then we can just move forward Ashley's items. So Miselia issue is done. Perfect Villages is done. Colorado Multiversity is the one that you asked for an interview, Ashley. So I reach out to Ronnie and ask for the video. So he will be sharing the video with questions you request soon, and everything else as we discussed is already scheduled, is already done. It has been going out through Instagram, and then I'll be making an issue for Steve, so he can just post all these on our LinkedIn, as he's the one that's updating that. But this is done. I think that we discussed this already on the Communitas, but do you have anything else to add? Perfect. Then we can discuss what you were saying about Istanbul's strategy, capturing the behind-the-scenes content during the retweet. Basically, what we've done, or what I've done the last times that we've been on conferences, and I would love everyone's feedback on this, is to make short form videos, meaning Reels or TikToks, whatever you prefer. And because those are very fun and is the content that's performing better. So I've been focusing on reels and of course taking pictures and asking everyone from the galaxy to share the pictures they were taking so we can upload them to social media. So the strategy is basically create short form videos, create photo galleries, and that's it. I don't know if we have really anything else to plan. So wondering if someone have any other idea that we should include that you think would be cool. Other than that, for me was just stick to last times of creating these sort of like engaging, fun content.
Yeah, I really like the idea of the reels and the short term, like the short videos. I think they're engaging. I think they're fun and people like them. So I think that's a good way to go. And maybe we just try to keep reminding people and empowering people throughout the galaxy to, don't forget to take videos and pictures and, try to get everybody involved so we can get more content. I don't know if we want to try to do some sort of like blog post or summary at the end of these are the intentions that we came into the conference with, and like this was the result, how we came out, like we feel more aligned or whatever. Obviously we won't know those things until we go into it and come out of it, but maybe there's some sort of like summary blog post or something that we can create out of the end of how our time together was spent or something.
Cool. Yeah, I think that could work. We were saying that maybe instead of having the blog posts that are not very popular right now, maybe it would be cool to have more of like a gallery or some photos of what happened during the retreat, and then just like gather that into a blog post could make that more attractive. But yeah, I agree with you that this is something that would be defined more on site. But I think that, as you mentioned, if we have like the videos and reminding people to share their pictures, we will be covered. So cool. Some last issues on the DApp marketing, Mitch, that you mentioned in your check-in. So tackling sort of these comments at the beginning, I don't know, Mitch, if you have something to add there, something that you would like to clarify, discuss.
Yeah, sure. So I can see the impact report. There's like a 2-week version that I'm understood is ready. So that's like the dollar value of the donations made in a given givebacks round, the dollar value of the givebacks sent out, and then the year-to-date values for both of those, and then 1 or 2 project updates. And that's going to go out every 2 weeks.
Yes, that's correct. And this does not require a lot of effort because for 2 project updates, it will be like 30-minute call with each project and just, followed by 1 hour of just writing that content and just updating the stats every 2 weeks. So overall, I would say, overall every 2 weeks, it will be 2.5 to 3 hour kind of effort, which makes sense because we need to market this effort, give backs basically.
Just one question, sorry. The givebacks round went out yesterday, and I think that in our last call, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't know, we said that we will start with these givebacks round, which is the 47. So wondering if we're starting in this round, or what's the plan, or well, me to implement with some.
Yeah, so we already have the content for the 2 project stories, and the latest round that just happened, that is the stat that we will put out.
Great. Let's put it out.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Because the round ends today, technically. It ended like half an hour ago, I think, no? Or am I wrong, Ashley? Okay. Cool. And then the other part of it was like there was this other one that was going to be more detailed and would go out monthly or quarterly. That was still, at least to me, maybe I'm missing information, but didn't seem clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we decided on the frequency of it to be monthly, and that the intention of that particular effort is to really build that brand reputation, credibility, and all of that. But then followed by, yesterday's call, I have been rethinking everything that I do. And obviously, that is not the key metric that we want to chase right now. Brand reputation, all of that takes months and year to build, right? So that will not move the middle of the nation. So I just want your suggestion on that front. Should we even do it, or should we park it for February? As Griff mentioned, that is when we'll be better off in terms of finances, because we will have the grant money, all of that. So I just let you guys pitch in on what you think, whether we should just pause this effort for now, because every single month there will be very substantial effort in terms of design as well as content when it comes to impact report, because you can think of it this way: at least like 20-25 hours of content, and at least 10-12 hours of design effort will be there every single month.
Go ahead, Ahmad.
But like, why would that be the case? Like for every month? I mean, maybe like designing the first one, but after that, isn't it just like a template?
Yeah, sure. For design, sure. For the design first part, it will take a lot of effort. Next time onwards, it might just take maybe 2 hours, 2 hours to just change, replace the content and align things. Sure. On the design front, it will take less time, but on the content side, it will surely take that effort every month.
I mean, but if it's just numbers focused, like we just say this is the give back amount, and then just have one update on a project that was posted by the project. Like we don't need to do an interview or anything. I don't know. I mean, like it seems like it could take like just like 30 minutes or like an hour to update the graphic, and
I think
a new one.
Maybe you're getting, because there's the one graphic that we're going to do every 2 weeks,
Okay, right.
So that's the easy
and like this
one.
is the more advanced version.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
gotcha.
I'm still not sure
Okay.
what you want to include in this thing, like an impact report, detailed. What do you want to think?
So Mitch, you shared 3 links or 2 links. So pretty much on that front.
3 links or 2 links?
On the GitHub issue. I shared that GitHub issue with you yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, so you shared 2 samples, right? So those 2 samples are pretty much the benchmark, and of course that giving block. So if you see, all of those details are very thorough. It requires a lot of research. And for that report, we obviously will need to conduct some sort of interviews, because if we are putting out 2 infographics every 2 weeks, we need very different set of new information when we are sending out some detailed report.
Can we, okay, let's think about this. What if I don't know if it that seems like a lot of work to do every month, but what about the same package of information, but do it every quarter?
Sure. I mean, that is something. So last time we decided on monthly, we can then do that quarter. But again, as a working group lead, I would just want your suggestion. Because it's just like Griff just spoke it out so loud and explicit yesterday that nobody should spend any time at all on anything which does not bring revenue. So I just open this up discussion. But if you suggest, this is something which is definitely a great initiative, it will help, right? But it will not immediately help, that we put a report out and it will help to get donations. That's not good. But of course, out there, it will help us build some credibility and reputation out there. So we should do it ideally. But I would just look for your suggestion here.
I mean, if we decide not to do this, then we really need to see some results on something, because it's like I feel like I'm a broken record about some of these other things, like the marketing campaign for getting donations in. It just feels like we're just haven't really changed gears or done anything different. And maybe to my ignorance, but like in the last 2 months,
Yeah. Oh, all right. One just quick question on you just mentioned about this quarterly effort, right? Quick question: can we allocate or can we afford to spend like 30 hours on this effort quarterly? Is that something we can do?
I mean, really, it's like if people are doing it hourly, or if it's just like it comes down to like these weird details of like if you're like on an hourly or if you're salary and you just this is part of the things that you get done.
No, it's not. It's not in terms. It's not in terms of salary or hourly that I'm thinking. I'm just trying to estimate the kind of effort it will take. That's all.
30 hours for every 3 months.
Yeah.
So you're assuming that you're spending 5 hours less a week on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, it would be a great thing to have, honestly, to actually try and explain to people, hey, what did we actually do? Which we don't do any of that,
Yeah. Cool. Just answer my question. But definitely, this is a great initiative to have. So, all right, I will just work on this. Perfect. But anyway, the 2-week thing will go out tomorrow. And so far, the update on this particular effort was that Rodri is the designer who really works with me on all the design-related tasks. So Rodri was busy, and day before yesterday, we started working on this particular effort. But yesterday, I just asked him to pause till I take clarity from you. And so thing is, like now we
do
will.
You think you need just like a banner, or?
No, for this report, we just don't need a banner. We need to just design the template for the entire report. And then once we have the template for the next month onwards, design requirement will go down. For the first month, we will have a lot of design. So 1 second. It'll be great to have some sort of illustration or infographic on the cover page showing that how Giveth is making the world a better place. So that is the kind of illustration we were exploring, me, Lulu, and Rodri. And then for the rest of the pages, it will be pretty simple. It will be just a template to fill in the text. It will be just major work on the illustration first page.
Why can't you use the blog rather than making a separate template?
Sorry, I did not understand that. Can you just repeat?
Well, where we've been putting our SEO articles, we've been using the blog. So would that also be an appropriate place to use?
Oh, okay.
I mean, really, if we want to cut down the work, then we could use things that already exist and make it easier,
Mm-hmm.
So use the tools that are built into Medium, make a nice banner, use the formatting tools that are already in there, and build our impact report.
That is a great suggestion. All right. In that case, we will just need very minimal of design effort, just the banner. Okay. Fair enough.
That'll be the best compromise.
That'll be the best compromise. Absolutely. Thank you for that suggestion. Sure.
Right.
Cool. So marketing campaigns, we talked a little about this earlier. We are still behind in this effort as we really have not launched anything to reach out our 50K monthly donations. So we have 2 things in hope. The Giving Tuesday, which I believe Survi will manage, correct me if I'm wrong, which it will be sharing the SEO pages that were done. Oh my god. The building just moved.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you continue if you need to add something else.
Oh, I just wanted to ask Ahmad and So I was taking these issues to get projects to advertise to their donors and introduce to the donors. And so that there were already created, Suga created these templates. So, and I think that they are pretty much done. And I came out, I think that I did things. But then wondering, that we create, how do you call this? A journey on our plot, or what would be the next step to put this together and to start executing. So there were two questions. You want to start Tuesday?
Yeah. I can with song on Tuesday. SEO articles already out. Yes, you. I content for OX, so I tomorrow after me, and we just start deciding that. And how we want the campaign, whether we want to add the paid element, I share the details and text for more.
One thing on these articles, are they part of like a wider narrative or like a page or something for them, or are they just like their articles?
So, okay. Cost. So there is no print. It has we're just out on. I will just send the links with you here.
We should mention related to that, like if in giving and all these steps is like wouldn't really be ways. I mean, so we should have some kind of page that just mentions that, and it says if you want to take part, and here are resources. These articles are ways to get started.
Oh, absolutely. So I'll just that contact me to the thread or page on for sure. SEO is something before ideas came out later. Apparently.
Just to
So, yeah, put some content to tie up to all those as resource.
yeah, like my only is just like to have them in like it's part of giving it.
Yeah,
Basically.
Absolutely.
like recommends for project get more donors if there's like says this that subjects to get more.
So, you know,
Yeah.
this, go ahead, Matt.
This project, if we just make it very easy for projects
I
to.
saw the funds. Cool. I want to do these because that. Perfect. The SEO we already cover. But is not here for a week, and that is everything had planned. Tomorrow and yeah. That pretty good comment was missing in is
Take care.